This week's edition of Grappler's Keep is brought to you once again by Diet Water. Sit back, relax, enjoy the show. And now that Christmas is over and Mom has already exchanged everything for the right size shirt or sweater for everybody, and the kids have finally gone with Mom and Dad and found that right obscure battery size that only fits inside the toy they got for Christmas, and it's only that battery only. And Dad has finally conquered the last box that says some assembly required. Just in time to get ready for New Year's Eve. So while you're cleaning up for one holiday and getting prepared for the other one coming up just in another few days, make sure you take care of yourselves. Make sure your food and beverages are well stocked for that New Year's Eve party, and make sure that you have on hand plenty of that soft drink that has all of that great water taste, but none of those dreaded water calories. The one, the only Diet Water. This product's only available in stores where it is sold. Oh, I guess it is working. Didn't seem like my button was working. Anyway, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are time zone wise on this island Earth. This is Kentucky Hawkeye, KY Hawkeye, your host here for Hawkeye's Old Time Gaming Emporium. It is Saturday night, so behind the counter that side is Virgil, the caramel cyborg. He is our soda jerk. He's getting ready with our batch of our famous 1, 2, 3 parfaits as Tori gets you ready for your take you to your favorite table or booth, or maybe you're part of the fun bunch sitting at the serving counter, sitting on those red stools and spinning around like the rest of us. When, of course, everyone next to each other's got to be going in the opposite direction to get the full fun effect there, sitting there at the serving counter. Saturday also means it's time for Grappler's Keep, our WWE 2K25 universe, where characters from all of your favorite tabletop RPG genres compete in a ring that we call the Dice Trade. This will be the last Grappler's Keep of the year, as next time we'll be on, it'll be 2026. So we got a good series of matches here for you tonight, including a very special main event tonight, set up just for this holiday season. And we will be looking forward to seeing that, as it will be what will be a recurring thing here in the future. The ever popular Santa Claus versus Krampus match. That is our main event here tonight, but we got other good matches set up for you as well. So, without any further ado, since we used all the ado making dinner last night, let's go ahead and get things started. Out with the old and in with the new. Welcome to Grappler's Keep. All right, let's go ahead and get things started here, everyone. Hey, Wandering Silence, good to see you there as well. And Teniola-424, if that is a real request to talk to me in Discord, there's already a link there in chat. Otherwise, don't give me a reason to use the ban hammer on you, because that's the same sound of standard text that someone always sends before they try to send you a link that's going to link you to all sorts of bad stuff there. So please, if you're legit, talk to us the right way. Don't use someone else's text, because that just tells me that you're nothing more than a bot, or even worse, a troll. Yeah, it's 100% a bot message. I was giving them all the chance in the world. But I'm just going to go ahead and do what needs to be done here. I need to get back to the solo screen just a bit so I can. Oh, where's it at here? Where is. Our regular screens? There we go, all set. So let's catch up on the news that's happened since our last time on here on Grappler's Keep. Gelna persevered to win her match despite a ruthless attack by Varja. Gelna looked hurt as she left the ring after the match, but has avoided serious injury and will make a quick recovery. There's no telling how far Varja would have taken the assault if she had won instead. Chastity York came up short against Goldie Boone's open challenge match. Nobody can deny her courage to take on the challenge, but her losing efforts won't be drawing her much attention. That's a unusual rivalry that has spurred up and was a pretty good match that time around. Nyolt Caillo called Feline Locke out to the ring to a face-to-face confrontation. Hey, Krellin, thank you very much for that subscription. You're not late at all. The only thing you missed was an early use of the band spatula. Otherwise, we are just getting started. And that is a nice little waffle cone there for Krellin. So, Nail Caillo called it Feline Locke out to the ring to a face-to-face confrontation, issuing a challenge to a match. She's the current holder of the Women's Hunter's Mark, but this turned out was not a sanctioned match, so it was a non-title match. Feline Locke doubled down to make the match happen on the spot. Feline Locke secured victory in the sudden match, costing down on Neil Caillo's championship reign after her call-out backfired. And Jarduk Munka shocked the arena by entering the ring and cashing in his bag of holding briefcase during a title match. Miney was who Novar was wrestling had been wrestling in the match. The cash-in resulted in a triple threat, so it became a triple threat match with Jarduk Munka, Novar, Xanatrone, and Miney, stacking the odds against Novar while Jarduk took advantage of the chaos in an attempt to win the championship. And in a highly hard fought out match, Novar still came out on top, and he is still our Master of Melee champion. Yeah, Miney put up a great fight. He was that close to winning the belt for himself, with or without Jarduk. With Jarduk in there causing distractions, he almost had it. He was so close. I thought he had it at one point. But let us look at our card here tonight. We'll be starting off with the said Novar Xanatrone taking on the newest member of the Triangle, Rule M, our superhero who has gone rogue and is now supervillain, is joined up with Loro Dauta and Jarduk Munka in the Triangle, and he will be taking on Novar in a non-title match. However, Novar's two companions, the tag team Dead Red of Doxel Rusabin and Ben de Mustaine, will be in his side as well. That'll be our first match, and we have tag team action. Nyolt Caillo and Feline Locke will actually be in a tag team match together, part of our policy to try to mend things up. And they'll be going against Ara, is filling in for Shiny, who is, I guess, her cyber implants are malfunctioning, so Sable has recruited Aura, the manager wrestler, to go up against this this tag team setup. So this should be interesting. In women's singles action, we have Mignon Midlar going up against Warble. We have Doxel Rupison, who's asked for some microphone time. We're not really sure what this is about, but we will soon find out. Goldie Boone and Chastity York are still going at it with their hard-fought rivalry that was started by the at the Dirty Deeds Premium Live event. Bill Sanders against Lorana. We have Cheryl Aranoma and Desiree Bouveau, two wrestlers who, shall we say, do not have a huge like for each other. They'll be going at it in singles non-title action. Rufus Combs will be bearing the Hunter's mark, and he'll be doing it against Ben Mustaine. And then our main event, it will be Old St. Nick Santa Claus taking on Krampus for what will be our annual end of the year matchup. So that will be our fun main event here tonight. So let's go ahead and get our matches started. Rule M caused quite a stir last time we were on, as he has joined the Triangle led by Jarduk Munka. Evidently, he was more supervillain than superhero than we thought, as he is joined up with this nefarious group. As Jarduk and we'd seen Jarduk and Lore we saw the footage that happened right after Dirty Deeds, where they attacked Curtis the Pistol Powell backstage and destroyed him up. And I guess that's when they kicked him out and Rulem replaced him, because Rulem basically wiped the mat with him in their the ongoing rivalry that those two had. So, but he will be going up against our current Master Melee champion, Novar Xanatrone, in non-title action here. Novar's taking no chances. He doesn't have to worry about the bag of holding anymore after Jarduk's failed attempt last time we were on. So let's go ahead and get started with our first match of the night. And coming out first, it is the Triangle, led by Jarduk.
Making his way to the ring, representing the Triangle of Terror, from out of this world, weighing in at 270 pounds,
Rule M will be representing the Triangle here. This should be an interesting match, that is for sure. Turn my volume down a little bit. Let me know how the volume is for you guys as well. See Jarduk first, and then Lore, then followed by the junior member of the squad, Rule M. You gotta be thinking now, Rule M is maybe changing things up, trying to get some more muscle and power inside the group. And Curtis was seen to be inferior, the weakest link of the group, so he kicked him out and replaced him with someone he thought was going to be more effective. And all I can say is be afraid if the Triangle's after you now, especially with who they have now. And now it's time for Team Chemo to make their way out, led by our Master Melee champion, Novar Xanatrone, our Earth Genasi, Cleric of the Forge. He is our Master Melee champion. He's held that belt for a good long time period. There you see him along with his stablemates, Ben Mustaine and Doxel Rusabin. They are Team Chemo. And Novar's got his friends at his side for this match because he does not want to take any chances after what happened last time with Jardik cashing the case in. It may have failed, but just another one of Jardik's attempts to try to get that championship belt under his control. Rulem looks like he's set. Novar relaxed and ready to go. And here we go. There's the belt. And quick drop kick out of nowhere. And now a nice elbow drop there. Got some good height on that. Stretching the arm out. Stomping right on the hand of Rulem. Novar's going right after him. Measures him out. And a big knee drop right to the noggin, it looks like. Sets him up. And now a big stomp across the face. Flips Rulem over. Rolls him over again. And another stomp to the face. And now Jardik's got Novar distracted, giving Rulem time to come up. And hits him with the backstabber. And now the ground and pound begins with Rulem. Big stomp to the gut, now stomp to the arm. Novar let himself get distracted, and now big series of kicks there by Rulem. He goes up. Kind of a leaping body press there. Not quite a moonsault. Now has him by the arm. Stomping all over the back. Boot to the face. Throws him down, hooks the hammerlock in. He's going to stretch that other arm all the way out, all the way to the fingers, pulling back. And now double knees to the back again. Looks like they want to target that area on Novar. Big stomp to the shoulder. Has him by both arms and an unprotected running knee shot. Slides on. Hooks the leg for the pin, but only a 2. See Lore a little bit upset there. He thought they had it at 3 there. Rulem goes right back after it. No relent. Step off into a big foot stomp. Springboard moonsault from the second rope. And now Novar's back up, only get the big forearm shot. Hard whip into the ropes. Drops down. Leapfrogs over. And a shot right to the gut. Now has him set up ripcord, but no, Novar gets the knee in first. Scoops him up on his shoulders, fireman's carry. Drops him right onto the top rope. Grabs the leg. Twists it around. Step over toe hold, almost a figure 4, but not quite. Now an elbow right to the knee. Rulem up to his feet, now whipped into the ropes. Novar drops down. Big elbow. Okay, you're catching us right in the middle. That's been a back and forth battle between Novar and Rulem. Novar in control now. Rulem had some control earlier. Single leg camel clutch there. Rulem rolls his way out. Tries to take control, but Novar gets those elbows right to the gut. Big strike there. Another one. Big flurry of blows. Wraps him up. Exploder suplex. Rulem crawling to the corner. Novar waiting for him. Big stomp to the chest. Runs all the way across and now running back in. Big running knee shot. Pulls him up to his feet. Scoops him up. Nice little body slam there. Rulem back up to his feet. Another strike by Novar. Bounces him into the ropes, playing some pinball with the lower back. Wraps him up. Has him by the scruff of the neck. Hard right into the turnbuckle. But Rulem gets the elbow up. Gets some strikes here. Whips Novar into the ropes. Drops down. Pops him up right into a sucker punch. Novar crawls his way outside the ring onto the apron. And a big shoulder block by Rulem through the ropes. Knocks him down onto the Eldritch Blast safety mats. Rulem just waiting now. Leaps. Senton over the top rope and down. And now a knee drop of his own. Has him by the arms and the stomping begins. Big stomp to the arm. Another stomp to the shoulder. Has those boots working. Pulls him up to his feet as the count goes to 5. Rulem throws him back in. They'll both be in plenty of time. Both in by 7. Rulem setting up. Looks like he wants to go for the Comet. That's out the war cry and nails him. Hooks the leg for the pin. And Novar kicks out. Only a 2 count. Lot of shock, but not enough awe from Rulem. He leaps over, goes for that moonsault again and misses badly. Novar trying to get to his feet, but not in time. Big knee to the gut. Now grabs the leg and knees right into the hamstring there on Novar. Rulem's going up top as Team Kimo watches him. Looks bad leap. Looks like he might have injured himself or something. Gonna go for another maneuver. Has the legs wrapped up. Big stomp right on the back of the knees. Novar getting up to his feet. He's wrapping him up. He looks like he wants to go for the dethroner. Has him up. And nails it. Hooks the leg. And Novar kicks out. All of that and only a 2 count. Novar steps out. Rulem out on the ring apron. Leaps over. Looks like he got a kick in. Looks like he went for a double axe handle. I think Novar might have partially blocked it. But now more ground and pound by Rulem, and I think Novar's bleeding now. As goes up top rope. Waiting for Novar to get to his feet. Jarduk is psyched. He thinks he's going to get a victory over his nemesis. Missile drop kick. Novar struggling to get to his feet. He's going to wrap him up. A second dethroner. Has him up. And down he comes. Hooks the leg. There's the ref for the count. That might be it. And it is. Rulem gets the victory. And now we may have a new number 1 contender for the Master of Melee belt. As the victory goes to the Triangle. Big win there for Rulem. Might not be a good sign for Novar. All right, we're going to go into women's tag team action here. Before this dispute started off with Neol and Feline, Feline Locke, they were signed up to do a tag team match against Sister Cyber. Looks like Shiny, Sable's partner, is not available due to cyber medical reasons. So Ara, former manager for Vin Blast team, has stepped up and is going to be stepping in on the tag team role instead. So it'll be interesting to see how this match works out. It should be interesting, if anything, to see if Neol and Feline can work together. We'll see what happens. Let's head right back to Diet Water Arena. And coming out first is Neol Caillo.
Is a tag team match set for one fall. Introducing first, from out of this world, the Women's Internet Fighting Champion, Neol Caillo.
Since this match was already booked, we will not be having a defense of the women's Hunter's Mark. This will not count as a defense yet. She's yet really to have her first defense, so to speak, because last time's match was not officially sanctioned. So she will have her first official bearing of the Hunter's Mark next week. So the interesting thing is she and Feline have not gotten along well as of late. Feline tried to interfere with the match when Neil was fighting for the... And she eventually, in spite of Feline Locke's interference, won the match and got the belt. And they've not been on good terms ever since. Okay, that must be a glitch. It's saying that this is her opponent. They are signed up as tag team partners unless the bookers have done something without telling me. We'll see what's going on here. I'm assuming that's just a glitch in the software. But she is out of our superhero universe. She is our queen of the Frost Realm. We're in a fantasy setting. She'd definitely be a frost elemental of sorts. But now, see how well she does in... I don't know if we've ever seen her or Neil in tag team action before. Looks like they're getting along here so far. But coming out first of their opponents.
And from Elysian Fields,
This is Aura. She has been the manager and muse for Vin Blasting. Currently, Vin is no longer under her management. She has let him go to find himself, so to speak. And Vin's been doing pretty well as of late. He's not on the card this week. He will probably be on next time for sure. Meanwhile, Aura makes her way out to the ring. The game's going to continue. Since this is a rivalry match, I could not change who the game selected for the tag teams and all that, so wouldn't let me put Shiny in, so Aura is there instead. But she didn't do half bad the last time we saw her. Of course, she was up against Cheryl Aranoma, our current women's champion, but she held her own. For a good bit of the match. We'll see how she does in a tag team setting. And we will wait for her partner to come out. Out of the Cyberverse.
representing Pretty Mean Sisters from Chroma City,
Cyberpunk gal, master of the cybernetic implants, rescued her sister from death. And her sister Shiny is the only person she trusts. She doesn't trust anyone else in or outside of the keep. She's here along with his sister to bring the Cyberverse to our universe. See her mostly in tag team actions. She and her sister are former tag team champions. And we've seen her in quite a number of singles matches where she has done pretty well on her own. So we will see how she does in tag team action with someone who's not her usual partner. Be interesting to see how the communication works on that. It's going to be Neil starting off against Aura. There's the bell, and here we go. Neil comes right in with a quick kick. Going to put that longer resume of experience in first. Throws into the corner. Body splash there. Pulls the arm out. Big stomp right on the shoulder. She's now going outside. Oh, went for a senton over the rope, but missed. Aura tried to take advantage, but couldn't. Nice Hurricane Rana there by Neil. get right back into it going. Pulls her up. Big forearm strike there. Goes up. Spins around. Frankensteiner. And kick to the back. She's going up top already. Waiting for Aura to get to her feet. And a big body splash from the top rope. It's been Neol all over her right now. And there's the senton over the top rope. Lands on Aura. Rolls to the rope to try to pull herself up. And gets clotheslined up and over the top rope and down onto the Eldritch Blast safety match. She almost blends in with them. And now she goes after Sable. Drop kicks her off the ring apron. And with that, she goes to tag. But no! Feline says no tag. She's leaving. Neol to fight for herself. Sable's been tagged in. And now Neol finds herself in a handicap match. Hits the Frankensteiner again, but only gets a 1 count. So I guess the animosity is not over between the two. Hits a eat defeat on Sable. But only 2 count. Now she's going to find herself in a heap of trouble. And she's going to won't have a tag partner, whereas Sable does. Nice shotgun drop kick to the knee. Goes up top. Spins around. Hits the Jupiter bomb. Hooks the leg. And Aura's there for the save. Neol's going to want to try to end this match as quick as possible. Since she won't have any rest. Leaps over and misses with the senton. Sable taking control. Quick kick there. Pulls her up. Massive power bomb. Pulls her back up to her feet again. Scoops her up. Has her set. Shoulder breaker. And now she will tag in Aura, who goes right in with a spear. Hooks the leg for the pin. But only a 2 count. Aura pulls her up to her feet. Hard whip into the corner. Now the tag team advantage is going to make itself known. There's the tag, some double team setting up here. We're going to get a cyber missile launch. Hits the shoulder block off the top rope with the launching quick kick. Twists the arm around, spins her back around. Nails her with the Goomba. Now waiting for her to get to her feet. Wraps her up again. Hits the cyber slam. And it's over. Neol did not really have a chance on that one after Feline Locke abandoned her in the ring. So, Aura gets her first victory as a wrestler here in Grappler's Keep. I have a feeling there's going to be more to come between Neol and Feline. What the ramifications of that remain to be seen. Okay, so that's going to make things interesting here. All right, so on to women's singles action here. We have me and Yoon Maidal, the leader of the faction known as Fatal Attraction. It's going to be going up against our former women's champion, Warble, the Kenku Rogue. Should be some fun action in this one. Let's head right back to the arena. And coming out first, it will be Fatal Attraction. Different members there. The way through. But the primary wrestler in this one is going to be the one in the middle, Minyun Maidalar.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring, representing Fatal Influence from the other side of darkness, Mistress Sorceress.
All right. All making their way down the ring. Analysts with the yellow rose. There's Minyun and Annabelle Dukes making their way to the ring. Minyun is our drow sorceress. Master of the dark arts. And she will attempt to put those all into practice tonight against her opponent, the former women's champion, Warble. And it looks like they are set and ready to go. All right, here comes her opponent. She's a Kenku rogue. Likes hiding in the shadows. Fights better outside the ring than she does inside. With whom no trust is earned or given, but she has earned the adoration of the crowd. That is for sure. She's become a crowd favorite here. Cashed in the Hunter's Mark to get the women's championship and held it for a good period of time, which only strengthened her fan base. Nothing she would rather do than to try to earn a shot to get that belt back. Minyun is set. Warble looks relaxed as well. Here's the bell, and here we go. And big spinning forearm shot by Minyun catches Warble. Has her down, big stomp to the arm. See her berating Warble there on the mat. Pulls her up to her feet. Go outside. Springboard body splash. Nails her perfectly. Pulls her up to her feet, but Warble comes right back with a big uppercut. Big series of strikes there. Scoops her up. Over the shoulder drop. All right, we got to hold the match here one moment here, people. As Overgrown Bobcat, Ungs Jay-Z, whatever you are, offering cheap viewers. That is something that Twitch very heavily frowns upon. Something that I heavily frown upon because it is not only against Twitch's rules and all that. To me, it is totally unethical to try to think I'm going to waste money on bot followers who aren't going to do anything, aren't going to get me any income to the channel, and aren't really going to do anything as far as watching and participating. So, when that happens, you make a certain person And now, we can get back to our regularly scheduled wrestling program. Warble goes to the ropes, but the ref was in the way. Now she hits the ropes. Hits the reverse neck snap anyway. Grabs the legs. Stomp right on the solar plexus, walks right over the top. Oh, takes out the mic. Thanks for letting me know. Wandering silence. I'll have to fix that. I think I know why. I think I might know why, but we'll see. Chin drop onto the rope by Warble. Minyun's falls outside onto the Eldritch Blast safety mats. Pulls her up to her feet. and hits a hurricane run from the top rope down onto the floor. Slams the arm down. But Minion's right back up with a big headbutt. Throws her towards the Warble towards the announce table. As you see all the podcasters there. Nice little rolling senton there by Minion. Podcasters are still discussing what's going on. And Minion throws her into the ring. Springboard moonsault. Catches Warble flush. Hooks the leg. Goes for the pin. Pulls her up. Big kick to the back. But walks right in. A quick kick by Warble is ready. Quick kick there. Wraps her up. Hits the mocker out of nowhere. Hooks the leg. And gets the win. So all of that assault, Warble was playing possum as the rest of Fatal Attraction looks on, sees their leader taken out with a quick hit of the mocker. And the victory goes to Warble. That was a quick turnaround of events. All right. Doxel has asked for the microphone. We don't know for sure what's going on with this, but let's go ahead and find out what Doxel, one of the members of Team Chemo, has to say. There you see Doxel, microphone in hand. Getting the crowd up and going about something. But I won't tell us what's going on. He wants to pull. He's going to put out he's putting out a challenge. And who is he challenging? Win while barely getting touched. That's what he says will happen. Not sure who. Unfortunately, the way these new promos work, it's not telling us who the challenge was to. Have my suspicions. All right, let's go right back into action here as we have Goldie Boone going up against Chastity York. Chastity attacked Goldie Boone during her match at Dirty Deeds, costing her the belt that she had at the time to Nail. There was a lot of interference in that match. We had Chastity interfering against Goldie Boone. We had Feline Locke interfering with Nail Caillo. There's a lot of interferences going on in that premium live event. So Goldie Chastity just has this thing, I guess. Technically, they're from similar time periods, so to speak. The Weird Wild West versus Victorian steampunkish kind of era are kind of overlap and all that. And I guess from what I hear, Chastity York just wants Goldie to get with the times and all that, and Goldie prefers to stay the cowgirl that she is, and Chastity had enough of it, so now they're taking care of this the old-fashioned way inside the ring. So let's go join them at Diet Water Arena. And coming out first, it is Goldie. Weird West is also steampunk as well, Krillin. Okay, thank you for that clarification. I wasn't totally aware of that. All right, so she wants to bring Goldie into the modern side of steampunk, and Goldie refuses. She likes the country way of doing things rather than the big city style of doing it, so I guess that's where a lot of this is coming from. And coming out is her opponent.
Representing the Thrill Seekers from Yorkshire, England,
Chastity York can fix or repair anything, even has tried to fix matches with all of her interferences as of late with Goldie Boone, so we will see what happens. In this match, she does not have her cousin Charity Philpott here at her side. She's in solo action here against Goldie Boone. Goldie is set. Chastity's set as well. Here's the belt, and here we go. Big forearm from Chastity right from the start. Slams the arm down. Going right after Goldie here. Big running knee shot there. Grabs her by the leg. Steps around. She's locking in a submission early. Going for the gearbox, she calls it. Going right after Goldie's knee, but she's right back up only to get hit by a running forearm. Another big stomp. Chastity trying to take control of this match early and put it away early. Waits for Goldie to get to her feet. Mocks her. Big kick there. Now collar elbow hook up there in the middle of the ring. And Chastity's got control. Pushes her into the ropes. Ref's got a motion for a break. Gets the clean break. Charity comes right back in. Knocks Goldie into her waist lock. Goldie trying to get free. Hard to breathe when you got those arms pressing on your diaphragm. Now picks her up. Slams her face down onto the mat. Mocking Goldie to get to her feet. They hook up again. And now Goldie's got control. Pushes her into the ropes. Again, the ref wants a clean break. And gets it. Now Goldie gets a shot in. Wraps her up. Goes for a small package. She's got her in position, but not even a 1 count. Wraps her up. Has her set. Big sweeping suplex from Goldie. Big knee drop. Pulls her up. And now doing the full facial stretch there. Going for the goggles, almost look like it there. Big forearm shot to the back. Scrapes the nails down the back. Big shot to the gut. Punch to the forehead looks like there. Has her up. Hooked in the arm. Springs off. Nice little leaping body press there by Goldie. Nice little athletic move there. Going for the pin. But only a 2 count. Nice little maneuver you taught her there, Wandering Silence. Worked pretty good. Got a 2 count. Pulls her up. Runs into the ropes. Runs into the ref. Blocks that plan. But gets right in before Chastity can get the knee in. Some strikes and a double axe handle. Chastity rolls outside the ring. And now, suicide dive by Goldie. Nails her. Almost knocks her into the table. Leaping knee drop by Goldie Boone outside on the Eldritch Blast safety mats. Now Chastity's back up. Throws Goldie towards the corner. Big forearm strike there. Pulls her right into a lariat. Flips her over. And now a standing knee shot. Pulls her up. And now is pulling her in. Throws her inside the ring again. Well before the 10 count. Goldie up to her feet. Quick kick there. Wraps the arm around. Sets her up for a pinning sequence there. Doesn't work. Has her by the arm. Hammer locks her. Inverted DDT. Big stomp to the arm. And now the single leg camel stretch. Trying to slow Goldie down. Goldie works her way free. Now whips Chastity into the ropes. Drops down. Pops her up. Nice back body drop. Pulls her up to her feet. And now has her down. And she's locking in the lever. Has the arm bar locked in solid. A good distance from the ropes. Can Goldie get free? No. Chastity releases the hold. Doesn't go for the submission. Wraps her up. Hits her with the big body slam. And it's over. Victory goes to Chastity York. Standing over Goldie as she gets up. Ref leaving the ring. Goldie not sure what hit her. Chastity's not leaving. She's got the chair out. This isn't good. The ref's not there to block it. And there's Shiny. We didn't see her earlier. No love lost between Sister Cyber and Thrill and Chill, as Sister Cyber defeated Thrill and Chill earlier the year to get the tag team belts. A big save by Shiny. Who knows what damage could have happened to Goldie Boone there if Chastity York had gotten a chance to use that chair. A big save. Wandering Silence. You owe Sister Cyber for that save there. All right, let's go on to more women's singles action. We have Belle Sanders, former women's champion, going up against Lorana. This should be an interesting match. Both have a martial arts style approach to their style in the ring. It'll be interesting to see which one comes out stronger. Let's head right back to the arena and find out. Coming out first, Belle Sanders again, another wrestler out of the Weird Wild West. Not exactly Goldie Boone's favorite wrestler. She was part of the band of desperados that burned down the family ranch. Those two do not get along at all. But right now, Belle has other things to worry about other than a posse led by Goldie Boone, as she will have a very formidable opponent on her hands. Belle has herself set and ready to go. Lorana, our fawn, a master of the Seder School of Martial Arts. She will try to show that style is superior to anything the Weird Wild West can bring out. As of late, had a pretty good run with the Hunter's Mark before losing it to Goldie Boone. And now it hopes being a win here will get her another shot at that title. All right, both wrestlers are set and ready to go. There's the bell, and we're off. Big kick by Lorana to start things off. Rolling knee. Flips Belle over. Big stomp to the shoulder. Pulls her up, and big kick right to the back. Now has her up. Leg scissors locked in tight, and now an elbow shot to the top of the head. And Lorana taking a page out of Belle's school, going right for the ground and pound. Flips her over, goes for stomp and misses. Belle rolls out of the way, strike to the gut, forearm to the back, and now collar elbow hook up there in the center of the ring. Lorana pushes her off. They lock up again, now scoops her over and goes right to the ground and pound again. Quick strikes and then rolls off. Belle rolls outside the ring to try to recover. Lorana goes up top rope, goes for a body splash and misses as Belle had already moved out of the way. Belle takes advantage, slams her down hard onto the Eldritch Blast safety mats, and the pounding begins. Big stomp. And now soccer kick to the side, gets back in the ring. The ref is not, I guess the count has been going. It is 2. It was a little slow. Lorana trying to recover. Belle misjudges, misses on the suicide dive. Lorana recovers, knee to the side. Now Belle's back up. Big strike there, scoops her up over the shoulder drop. Pulls her up to her feet again. Throws Lorana back inside the ring, and here we go. Big stomp there. Pulls Lorana up to her feet. Quick kick in return by Lorana. Whips Belle into the ropes. Drops down. Pops her up. Spine buster. Rolls over for a quick pin attempt. But only 2 count. Plenty of shock, but not enough awe. Big forearm strike there. Wraps her up. Quick snap mare right into a sliding knee, right into the back. Lorana ready for her. Belle steps out. Comes back in. Lorana's ready with a big series of kicks and strikes there. More series of kicks and a veal throw towards the ropes. Lorana going up top. Daring Belle to get to her feet. Leaps for a body splash, but nobody home. Belle takes advantage. Hard whip into the ropes. Luthez press goes right to the ground and pound. And some more ground and pound from Belle. Big stomp to the gut. Rolls her over. Big kick to the back. Rolls her back over again. Picks her up and a knee breaker right into the mat. Lorana pulling herself up in the corner. Belle pulls her out, hooks her face first into the turnbuckle, elbow to the back, and now clotheslines her from behind. Flips her over. Gets her in position again. Some more ground and pound again. And what's going on here? I'm not sure can't remember whose music that is, but gives Lorana opportunity. Knee to the back. Quick kick by Belle to get out. Can Lorana take advantage here? Nice. Arm drag slam there. Big kick to the back. Belle has her measured out here, waiting for Lorana to get to her feet. Big strike there. Page turn misses. Big boot there by Lorana. Pulls her up to her feet. Wraps her up. Hits the key point. Hooks the leg for the pin. And it's only a 2 count. A lot of shock, but not enough awe to finish her off. Going for the shoulder pull. More like a hoof sometimes. She's going up again. Waiting for Belle to get to her feet. And this time she lands the body press. Hooks the leg. Goes for the pin. But only a 1 count. Lorana thought she was going to get better than that. Staying on the attack. Hard into the turnbuckle. Big series of kicks. And down goes Belle. And now has the knee right on the chin and throat. And down she goes. Pulls her up to her feet. Wraps her up. And now she's locked in the Seder lock. Going for the submission. Can Belle last it out? Gets broken. Big kick there. Another. And out of nowhere, Belle hits the Cyclone. Hooks the leg. Goes for the pin. But no, kicks out. She must have caught Lorana flush on the jaw with that one. She went down like a sack of bricks. Belle now back in control. Nope. Lorana elbows her way free. Sets her up. Hard whip into the ropes. Pops her up. Spine buster again. She's going to go upstairs one more time. Waiting for Belle to get to her feet. Changes her mind on what she's going to do, giving Belle time to recover. Not sure how smart that was. Big flurry of blows from Belle. Indecision may have cost her. Big kick again. And now Belle goes up top. No hesitation, the big elbow drop from the top. Goes up, second rope. Lorana up. Big kick by Belle. Misses with the shotgun drop kick. Lorana up top, stomping the knee. Waiting for Belle to get to her feet. Spins around, and the key point one more time. Hooks the leg for the pin. This might be it. It is. Hard fought, but the victory goes to Lorana. Hard fought match between these two, as expected. Yeah, a lot of one counts in this match. A lot of close ones, but the victory goes to Lorana. And now more singles action here. Big rivalry been going on with these two for a long time. Cheryl Aranoma is Our Lady of Valor Women's Champion. Natural ones on the D20s. Okay, I see what you mean. I thought you meant one counts, Krellin. My mistake. So, Cheryl Aranoma and Desiree Bouveau could not be any more different if you tried. And because of that, they do not necessarily get along well in the training center, let alone inside the ring for sure. Cheryl has had the advantage, has had the upper hand as of late. But this will be a non-title match between these two once again. So, the Diva versus the Fighter. We'll see who comes out on top as we return to Diet Water Arena. And coming out, she is Our Lady of Valor Women's Champion. She's here to have fun and kick butt, preferably both at the same time. I do not know why it's saying WCCW Women's Champion. We are not in the Sportatorium in Dallas. Fritz von Erich is not running this show. I am. It's a glitch within the game itself. It is not set to announce her as that, but she is our Grappler's Keep Lady of Valor Women's Champion. Cheryl Aranoma. And her opponent, the belle of every ball, singer, dancer, performer of stage and ring, she is Desiree Bouveau. Has had quite the successful run here in Grappler's Keep. Every noir story needs a femme fatale, and she is ours. She's had quite a history battling with Cheryl Aeronoma. She had the upper hand early on, then as Cheryl got more and more experience, and she wowed us at that gauntlet match, winning 8 out of the 9 matches, coming up just short of getting the Hunter's mark, but then going on to winning Melee Madness and taking advantage and winning, getting the title shot. These two have not seen eye to eye ever since, and they still don't. And here we go. Cheryl comes right in with a kick and a strike. She's going to go right for the big stuff early on. Inside out suplex. Big stomp to the leg. Elbow drop. Cheryl taking the battle right to Desiree here. Flips her over. Big stomp on that ankle again. Seems like she's wanting to isolate that leg. Knee breaker right into the mat, and Desiree's already pulling herself up outside the ring on the apron. And a big shoulder block from Cheryl knocks her down onto the Eldritch Blast safety mats. Cheryl flexes inside the ring as she waits for Desiree to get up. Stays back to let Desiree get in. Now the ref's holding her back, giving Desiree a chance to get in. Desiree takes advantage, wraps her up. Big snap suplex there. The ref was holding Cheryl back, even though Desiree's already back in the ring. I'm not sure if something was going on there or not, but it looks suspicious. And now Cheryl's got the wrist lock going on Desiree. Twisting that arm around. Twists it again, yanks on it, has her down to a knee at one point. Desiree trying to reverse the pressure on that arm. Another twist. And now Cheryl hammerlocks it. Desiree in a big bit of trouble here. Is able to resurface it around though. Is able to sweep around and now has a headlock going on Cheryl. Has that locked on pretty good. Cheryl pushes her into the ropes, drops down. Leapfrogs over. And is waiting with a big spinning discus elbow there. Grabs the leg, big stomp to the back on the hamstring, goes for both legs. Desiree pushes her off. And she's already going for a pin just from that. Not even a 1 count. That wasn't even rolling a 1 on the die. Has her locked up, inverted DDT. Slams the arm down. Pulls her up, big kick to the back. Pulls her up again. Now up to a knee, into the ropes. Big running boot. Mocking Cheryl to get to her feet. She does. Goes right after, locks her up, and now is going to take her to the corner. Dodging the ref. Hard into the turnbuckle goes Cheryl. Body press now. Backward flying elbows. Cheryl pushes her off, but is now down on the mat. And Desiree's just going right for a blatant choke. Now breaks it before the count of 5. Desiree going up top. Mocking Cheryl to get to her feet as she waits. Goes up, big body press. And now holds her down for the pin again, but only a 1 count. Excuse me, everyone. Cheryl trying to get to her feet. Desiree waits till she's up in the corner. Now pulls her out, goes around behind, has the leg scissors on, and now just stretching her out. Comes right back in, Cheryl right back up on her feet, goes and misses. Now a big flurry of strikes from Desiree. Veal throw towards the ropes. That's Cheryl's thing. What's going on here? We have interference going on again. And it is Shiny coming after Desiree. Pulls her up, choke slam down, and rolls out before the ref can see it. Shiny's been having a busy night. Cheryl crawling over. Gets on top for the pin. but only a 1 count. Shiny may need to have her cyber implants looked at. Cheryl's waiting for Desiree to get to her feet. Cheryl takes advantage there, a big kick there. And now a slap to the face. It's becoming a slap fight now. Cheryl does not look that great to begin with. She looks a little bit more weary, but she's going right after Desiree. Desiree getting more. Nope, she blocks and gets 2 shots in there. There's another shot. Cheryl dares her to get 1 in, and she does get it. She says, hit me with another. Not sure what Cheryl's strategy is here. Gets her shot in. Now she gets a second one in. And now the hockey fight begins with the ref blocking the view. Came out kind of neutral after all that quick kick there. And out of nowhere hits the facial onto Cheryl. Waiting for her to get up to her feet. Scoops her up. No, Cheryl blocks it. Knee shot. Pulls her up. Has the power bomb into the schoolgirl roll up. And Cheryl gets the victory. So with some quick thinking and a little interference, help from, and looks like a little blood there as well, along with some help from Shiny, Cheryl Aranoma gets the victory. Okay, the word I'm getting now from backstage is that Sable set Shiny into rescue mode to help Goldie, and she forgot to turn it off. Shiny saw what was happening to Cheryl and went into rescue mode on her as well. This was not an intended thing, although Desiree may think otherwise. We'll see what happens from there. Now, our title defense of the night is for the Hunter's Mark. For those of you not familiar with Grappler's Keep, the Hunter's Mark is our fighting championship. Excuse me. It is defended every time we have a stream, whether it's a regular one like this or if it's one of our premium live events. Whoever holds that championship belt must bear the Hunter's Mark every time they go into the ring, unless there's extenuating circumstance like the tag team match earlier tonight. If you successfully bear the Hunter's Mark 4 times in a row, you automatically earn a title shot at the next stream for either, in this case, the Master Melee belt, or in the women's case, the Lady of Valor Championship. So, this is Rufus's 4th time bearing the Hunter's Mark. If he is successful, he will get a match against Novar Xanatrone next week. However, to do that, he must defeat another member of Team Chemo first, that being Benvarde de Mustaine, the Red Dragonborn. So let's head right to the ring and let's get to this exciting match. And coming out first, it is Team Chemo. Led again by Novar Xanatrone, our men's champion. Ben de Mustaine, the one on your right, is with the green cape, making his way down to the ring. He will attempt to stop Rufus Combs' attempt to earn that title shot against his stablemate, Novar Xanatrone. Novar has held off many challenges to this belt. And obviously, if he can avoid a title match, that's one less chance of losing the belt. But we'll see what happens here between Ben and Rufus. And coming out is his opponent. He is the current the current bearer of the Hunter's Mark.
Weighing in at 228 pounds, the men's internet fighting champion, Marshall
Rufus Combs. Marshall out of the Weird Wild West. One match away from getting that title shot. He had this opportunity once before earlier in the year, only to lose out in that fourth and final match. Can he avoid repeating history? Or will he make new history? Will he make new history tonight or repeat the old? We will soon find out. All right, both of them appear to be set and ready to go. There's the bell, and we're off. Collar elbow hookup to start everything up. Trying to get position, and Rufus gets the advantage, pushes Ben into the corner. Clean break. Now Rufus comes in with a shot. Pulls him up right into the turnbuckle. Big kick to the gut, and down goes Ben, and now has that boot going right on the chin, it looked like there. Another stomp. And Rufus is off to a good start here. Hard whip into the corner again. Puts him on the top turnbuckle. Not a safe place to be. Now Doxel has Rufus distracted, giving Ben some time to recover. And he does. Leaping kick off the top rope. Rufus is right back up, gets some punches in of his own. Out of the Weird Wild West, he knows how to throw a punch or two. Big stomp there. Ben found that out the hard way. And now the neck twist. Doxel there offering encouragement to his tag team partner. Now throws him down. Hooks the leg for the pin, going for an early shot, but only a 1 count. And now just stomping the water out of the mud puddle, so to speak, into the ropes. Measures it out. Double axe handle shot. It's been all Rufus here at the start. Then back up to his feet. And now the punches, like out of the Wild West, and picks him up. Inverted atomic drop. Ben blocks that strike, gets one in of his own. Scoops him up, fireman's carry. Drops him off and hits him with the sucker punch from after the drop. Leaping springboard moonsault from the second rope, now going right for the pin, but only a 1 count. Rolls Ben over. Pulls him up. Big kick to the back. Ben walks around, flips him over. Stretches the arms out, and now the stomps, ramming his face into the mat. Pulls him up, goes into the ropes. Running neck snap there. Rufus slowly getting to his feet. Ben waiting for him. Springboard Superman punch. And the Dragonborn goes big flurry kicks. Rufus tries to block him. Can't block that knee. Another springboard Superman punch. Pulls Rufus up to his feet. Big clothesline. Another clothesline. Rufus goes for a kick and misses. Sweeping, spinning leg sweep, and Ben is got the match in his hands right now. To the ropes, leaps up, hits the dragon drop. The dragon dive, goes for the pin. And it's only 2 count. Ben pulls him up by the arms. Running undefended knee shot. Rufus pulling himself up outside the ring on the ring apron. Big forearm strike there. Another one. Rufus comes back with a forearm shot of his own, gets in space to get in. And now Ben whipped hard into the ropes. Drops down. Hits him with the rustler and goes right to the ground and pound. Hooks the leg for the pin. But only a 2 count. Ben pulls him up. Quick kick. Hits the quick draw. Hooks the leg for the pin. And Rufus successfully bears the Hunter's mark, which means next week in our first stream of the new year, it will be Rufus Combs versus Novar Xanatrone for the Master of Melee Championship. Novar looks on, seeing who he will fight next week to defend that Master of Melee Championship. Rufus celebrating for good reason. He has earned what everyone in the keep wants the most. That title shot. And now we go to our main event, which we will do now every year for the Christmas season. It is Santa Claus versus Krampus for Yuletide superiority. Decide now, are you going to root for naughty or are you going to root for nice? As we head back to our main event here in Diet Water Arena.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Budapest, Hungary, weighing in at 285 pounds,
Alright, he's Krampus looking for trying to find the ones on the naughty list. The ultimate showdown, that's right, Wandering Silence. Decide now, are you on Team Naughty or Team Nice? Making it his foreboding appearance into the ring. And he is set and ready to go. Yeah, I had fun making him up. He's totally new, Crit Witch. I created him earlier today.
and his opponent from the North Pole, weighing in at 270 pounds, the Saint Nick.
All right, there he is himself, Santa Claus, making himself to the ring. I did download this one because I wasn't sure how to make the outfit and everything, but someone else already had it there, so I made my own Krampus. Santa Claus is not an original of my own. I may make my own later, but I went ahead and went for the import on this one. Last time I did a Santa versus Krampus match, Krampus was the winner. So Santa Claus is looking for revenge here tonight. Krampus is set, as is old Saint Nick himself. Here we are, the main event. There's the bell, and here we go. Krampus right in, but Santa counters quickly. Quick strike there. Collar elbow hook up in the middle of the ring. And Santa has the headlock put in. Cranking on it hard. Krampus pushes him off into the ropes. Santa does the leapfrog down. Oh, and big shoulder shot. And now, big shove and going for the schoolboy roll up. But only a 1 count now. Krampus is going for ground and pound on the jolly old elf. Big stomp to the gut. Another stomp to the arm. And it's ground and pound again. I guess that's what happens when you deliver too many fruitcakes to Krampus. He takes it out on you. Flips him over. Has him set. Big knee to the back of the head. Santa pops right back up. Collar elbow hookup. Wraps him up. Has the waist lock going pretty good. He's trying to turn Krampus into the bowl full of jelly. Rolls him up himself. But not even a 1 count. Big strike there. Again, another hook up there near the ropes. Santa pushes Krampus into the corner. Ref trying to get us a clean break, and he does. Krampus doesn't do it clean, though. Quick kick there. Big strike there. Again, they hook up. Now he has Santa by the back of the head. Hard into the turnbuckle. Spins him around again. Big forearm strike to the back. Brings him out and throws him through into the ring post. Santa's down. Now a big series of stomps to the gut. Santa fall down to the mat trying to get up. Krampus does another stomp to the leg. One to the arm, elbow drop. Krampus has had control of most of this match. Krampus goes up top. Leaping knee drop from the top rope down onto the Eldritch Blast safety mats. It's not looking good for old St. Nick here. Krampus throws him back inside the ring. Rolls him over, goes for the pin. But only a 1 count. Big stomp misses. Santa goes for shoulder block, misses. Now hits the big shoulder block. Hits another gun drop block. Waits for him to get up, swing and a miss, picks him up. Big slam downward. Pulls him up to his feet. Santa scoops him up. Nope. Krampus floats over and hits him with a chop block from behind. Santa tries to get him up, gets up to his feet. Hooks him up. Whips him up. Nope. Santa reverses it, throws him over the top rope. Shoulder blocks him down onto the Eldritch Blast safety mat. Salutes the crowd. And now pulls him up to his feet. Big strikes there. Scoops him up. Spin slam downward. Measures him out. Fist right to the head. Kick to the back. Santa going back inside the ring. Nope, he's got something else planned. He's going up top rope. Big elbow drop from the top rope down onto the Eldritch Blast safety mats. Pulls Krampus up to his feet. Throws him back inside the ring. Flips him over, goes for the pin. And the victory goes to Old St. Nick. Lean your ear this way.
Here is your winner, the Saint Nick.
Yeah, he got taken for the ultimate sleigh ride, Wandering Silence. The victory goes to Santa Claus. And that will bring us to the end of another exciting Grappler's Keep and the last Grappler's Keep for 2025. Schedule for the rest of the year is, we of course will have probably 2 more streams for sure. Monday night will be family night at the Emporium, as Bonnie and I have started a new game called Quern Undying Thoughts. It's a puzzle solving universe that we have to work through. From what I've read, it is very similar to the classic game Myst. So we had a good start with that last week, and hopefully we can make further advances here coming up on Monday. Then Wednesday for New Year's Eve will be the final Skyrim serial of the year, as my character, where I'm playing myself, is trying to find his way back to our world out of the land of Tamriel. So that adventure will continue this coming Wednesday as we get prepared to end the old year and bring in the new. And then next Saturday will be the new year and a new full year of Grappler's Keep, where we will have, as we've seen tonight, we will have a title match for the men's Master Melee Championship belt between Rufus Combs and Novar Xanatrom. Rufus will be cashing in the belt, will be cashing in the Hunter's Mark, and will be getting that title shot that he has earned. So that's what our streaming schedule is going to be. I am going to be in on a RPG one shot tomorrow, 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central. I think it's being streamed, but I'm not sure. If it is, it'll be probably on Disorderly Dice, this channel, where I'm going to be playing a Dragonborn character. This is going to be a D&D 5e-ish kind of adventure, so looking forward to that with my friends over at Disorderly Dice. So that might be happening Sunday afternoon as well. So if you like what you see here, there's different ways you can support us. Obviously, you can support us by watching us here. You can support us more by doing a follow. Or you can catch our stuff live, or not live, but you can catch our stuff on YouTube. I'll be getting this rendered up and then prepare to get everything updated with the uploads onto our YouTube channel. You can join us and follow. You can follow us, like our stuff there on YouTube as well. It all goes towards all the advances you need to make with the YouTube algorithm and all that jazz. So those are ways you can support us. We have merch available as well through Fourth Wall. The link is been showing up there in chat. We have t-shirts for Grappler's Keep. We have t-shirts and hats for and insulate and stuff like that. We have that for Grappler's Keep. We have that for the Hawkeye's Old Time Gaming Emporium, and we also have them for our sponsor, Diet Water. We also have Diet Water insulated tumblers. We have the koozies for your the cozies for your cans and bottles. This is the can size. We also have the taller size as well. Various stickers available as well. So if you can, that's another way you can support us here. If you are into tabletop RPG gaming and you either are a DM or you have a forever DM who could use and would love a customly made GM screen of their own, you can get those on my Etsy shop. The link is there in chat. So you can order there, and very soon I may be have a new GM screen product offering. I'm still working on the finalizations of the design on that to make sure everything works properly. So we will be announcing that hopefully not too soon after the first of the year. So those are different ways you can support us here at Diet Water Productions. So we also have a Discord. You can join us there, where we can discuss the games we have going on here, discuss things in general if you want. Also, place we have set up for showing off your creative endeavors. I have the DM screens that I make. My wife and daughter sew and do other projects along that line. So we enjoy creative stuff, and we want to help support the creative things that you're doing. So you can show off your stuff there as well. We also have a special section in our Discord called the Prayer Closet. Here in our household, anyway, we firmly believe in the power of prayer. We know that it's real. We know that it works. We've seen it time and time again with our friends and family. So if you have a need, if you have a concern, if you have a request, please place it there, and we will be praying for you. This isn't just a thoughts and prayers and nothing happens. I have a list on Evernote that I keep for everyone that's on my prayer list and all that, so we can keep updated on how things are going, and more importantly, how God answers. So if you'd like that kind of spiritual support, please take advantage of that and place your requests there. If it's something that's a little personal, something's a little private, and you don't want all the internet knowing about it, because guess what? Google, you don't have to know everything about us. Just use the praying hands emoji. We'll take that as what we call an unspoken request, which means God knows what it is. You know what it is. We don't know, but we don't have to know every nitty-gritty detail. All we need to know is that the need is there, and we'll be praying for you just as hard as if we knew everything that was going on with it. So again, if you'd like that kind of spiritual support, please take advantage of that there in the prayer closet. So let us go see who we can raid tonight. Who is on? We got various WWE stream people popping up on here. Let's see if any of the people that we are following are going. Let's take a look here. Let's see. It's been a while. Let's see. Always Vain has her wrestling going on. Let's see. Got some RP going on Jarl of Goats. We may go there. Let's take a look here. I think we'll go and visit Jarl of Goats. We haven't raided him for quite a while. So let us go see what he has going. So looks like he's just getting started. So let's go ahead and raid Jarl of Goats. So let's go ahead. We'll go ahead, get that raid started. And until next time, everyone, may green be the grass below you, may blue be the sky above you, may straight be the path before you, and warm be the hearts that love you. Good night, everybody.
It is the best Twitch channel that is secretly an old-timey ice cream parlor on either side of the Mississippi, or the Rockies. And you should hear about the specials. Monday nights is Bonnie's Bonbons, cream extravaganza with all the float sodas and sundaes you can shake a stick at. I can shake a stick at quite a lot of Sundays, but there is also a Fudge Rodin Sunday special on Tuesdays, and the famous 1, 2, 3 parfait on Wednesdays, where wrestlers meet up in the squared circle to work out their differences with some healthy wrestling-style fisticuffs. It is all good, clean fun. Hawkeye's old-time gaming emporium. Their milkshakes bring all the gamers to the yard, and their content is more exciting than any Nickelodeon. Take your horse and buggy to their address, twitch.tv/KY Hawkeye.
This has been a Diet Water production.